everyone, I thought I'd pull a quick new moon message for us. There will be a longer collective message up on our YouTube, hopefully by tonight. Using this deck. We have the Blue Lotus, Enlightenment. Let's do another one. We have Sauket, Magical Protection. Let's do one more. Guidance information. We have Vast, the Collective, this new moon. And Tawaret, Pregnancy and Birth. So collectively, it looks like with the Lotus card, we are being called to come up towards the light. And when I say the light, I mean things being uncovered, I'm hearing, and also, unseen things becoming seen. So maybe there's parts of ourselves that are being revealed to us, particularly with the Lotus. You know, the typical symbology around the Lotus is that it grows within tough conditions or murky waters. And so out of the things that we have moved through that have been tough, collectively or individually, there's this, I guess, I don't want to use the word awakening, but an opening. And I'm kind of seeing that part, that like little middle part of the Lotus as our heart space collectively, but also as our life force. So some of us might be called at this time to like open up our heart space a little bit, because that's really going to activate our life force, even like I'm hearing our motivation. If we've been going through tough times, I'm seeing that with like circumstances in our lives, I'm seeing that we're coming out of that. There's also reminders here of protection. I feel like Source and ancestors are always reminding us of how protected we are, but particularly with Sauket, this protection is against, or this covering is against harmful or negative energies that come from other people. Sauket is also the Scorpio or the Scorpion. I'm thinking of like the yoga pose where your hands are like this and you're leaning back, and your chest is opening. But it's like this protective opening. I'm also just hearing like protection of our back, whatever that means for you individually and spiritually. Whatever we are giving birth to at this time, like in our lives, in our relationships, in our collaborations, in community, in our families, in our friendships, contracts, whatever it may be, is really divinely protected. Some of us might feel like there are people around us, or like energies around us that maybe are a bit judgmental, or I think with this card, like I'm hearing gossip as well. So some of us might feel like there could particularly be people around us that don't like us or like what we're doing. Some of us might be being spoken about, or have just dealt with that kind of energy in the past, dealt with harsh energies coming from other people. So there's confirmation that we're protected, and that everything, our ideas and what we want to give birth to will be fruitful regardless, but we do have to protect ourselves and take that action. So whether it's having those boundaries, setting those boundaries with others, whether it's setting boundaries with yourself, you know. I also heard harsher truths as well. So there might be things coming through at this time that could feel a little bit blunt or harsh. Or we might be saying things or communicating things that could in harsher ways. And I'm not really saying or seeing this as a positive or negative. I'm kind of just seeing it as, or the harshness I'm not seeing as a positive or negative. I think that that's up to us individually within the circumstances to determine whether we need to be softer or more compassionate in our delivery. What we are giving birth to, or who we're like wanting to be, or how we are stepping forward into who we are is going to be like difficult. Like with Taware, it just makes me think of labor, like physical labor, and going through that labor process. I guess for each person it's going to look and feel different. Some people's birthing process might be a little bit smoother or shorter, and some people's will be longer. So again, there's your own individual circumstance that's associated to how things will come about. I want to pull some tarot. You also have initiation at the base of the deck, so yeah, uncomfortable periods, but it's not forever. It's important for us to kind of embrace that uncomfortability. If you have a project or idea that you've really worked hard on, make sure that you're not sharing it with everyone, like out of excitement. I'm just sorting through the cards, but I also heard the word premature. So there's a reason why, like, a baby, for example, is within the womb space for a certain amount of time, because if it comes out too soon, it's not fully formed. It's going to be exposed to things that are going to affect its health and its formation. So yeah. One thing I would ask self when sharing any ideas or projects, or just like things on your heart that you know are sacred, if you want to say like tapu, firstly take your time and then think about whether this person, if it's in that state of incubation, or still in that womb space, are these people how are they contributing to this growth in this stage that it is at, or what I'm giving birth to, if that makes sense. I'm also hearing, if you are going to put yourself in a position of like gossiping or talking negatively in a way about other people or circumstances or whatever, to the point where it's like not constructive, you are exposing yourself to harsh and harmful energies. So move yourself out of the way and away from people that trigger. I also heard insecurities, because sometimes when we are gossiping about other people or talking shit about other people and what they're up to, it can come from a place of insecurity. So I'm hearing Source saying not only protecting ourselves in terms of from other people's gossip or negative words or judgment, but also making sure that we are not putting ourselves in the position to be speaking in that way. Yeah, so we have the Magician and Six of Pentacles came out reversed, with Queen of Swords reversed. So yeah, there's either someone around us or there's us. You'll know where you sit. Where the discernment is off, the words are off. Queen of Swords reversed is someone that is too blunt. And when I said harsh truths before, I'm actually seeing this as, like there is the potential for it to be a negative thing, like being cutthroat for no reason. I'm hearing a bit of a telling off from spirit, if this resonates with you, like that's not necessary. It's important for us to use our alchemy, because these two cards fell on the floor. Use our alchemy, the power that we have, the resources that we have, to be generous and create a harmonious exchange, not to create, not to be stingy with our energy, or to be cultivating a lack of harmony. It's really, really important for us to reflect on the words that we're saying and how we're thinking, and use discernment at this time, because the wisdom is there, but some of us are utilizing it in harsh and unnecessary negative way.